Welcome to my Xbox and Me episode. I don't even know what the episode number is. Oh,
447.
447. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only Mr. Paul Despawn. Hello, my friend. How are you?
That is me. I'm good, man. I'm good. It's been a busy week of video games. I'm excited to talk all about it.
Yeah, it's a weird one, right? It's there isn't much going on in the news right now. Not too much anyway. There's stuff to talk about. Don't worry, we've got a show for you. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And we have the return of the Mac, the one and only Mr. Matt P. Video. He is not dead. I lied.
How's it going, kids? It's good to be back.
It's alive.
Hi, Dad. You come back from getting milk. Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, I'm back. And guess who ain't here? Everybody?
Crash is dead.
Crash is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on Twitter?
No,
Cookie Man?
no,
Anubis? Keep that same
no,
energy.
no,
Keep that same energy.
I mean, because I only saw the one that got what I was tagged in. Did you get more than one?
There's more. There's more.
They're always there.
There's more of them out there hunting me down.
I'm telling you right now, you have to tag me in them at least, or at least tag my Xbox and Me. I want to see them.
Yeah,
so
we want to
make sure.
see them.
They're coming for me. They're coming for me in the DMs. They're coming. No, they're not. No, at least they're doing it publicly.
At least they're doing it publicly. If you didn't know, this is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast right here on youtube.com/My Xbox and Me and all podcast services. Remember, you can get the show early or live over on patreon.com/MCFixer, or same perks, same thing over on YouTube, youtube.com/memberships, My Xbox and Me. I don't know. I'm still figuring out how to promote that. But if you ever watch our live content, there will be two tiers. One's just like a normal membership sub, and then you have the My Xbox and Me fan club tier on there. You get all the same perks as you would on Patreon. It's just that easier, a little bit easier for people. I know some people don't love going to a different website to sign up to things, so we made it easy. And yeah, little announcement on my side, I guess. I'm finally going to be live streaming everywhere. So like My Xbox and Me is currently. I think we'll do this with My Xbox and Me as well, but I'm kind of testing it out right now. So I'm going to be actually streaming everywhere. YouTube, Twitch, X/Twitter, TikTok, maybe even Instagram. I haven't decided yet. So multi-streaming for myself. So if you do follow me on any social media platform and you wanted to interact with the content, it will be there for you to watch. My Xbox and Me, we currently only live stream on, I say only, like it's not a lot, but it's only on two places, which is Twitch and YouTube. I've seen a lot of success on Twitch. Please, if you're not following, twitch.tv/My Xbox and Me, go and hit that follow button. I've been having a good time with the My Xbox and Me streams. I'll be honest. I'm in there. I'm just vibing, relaxing, chilling, like going at my own pace. We did a Yakuza, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, no longer Yakuza, stream the other day that I had a great time doing. So yeah, man, if you haven't checked that out, check out the channel and make sure you hit the subscribe button on whatever platform it is that you are watching us on. Matt.
Hello.
I just felt like saying your name, mate. I missed you, Matt. I missed you.
I missed you boys too. I don't think I was gone that long. Was I? It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
It's
because we're doing more episodes.
We do more episodes now. So yeah, I was gonna say it's like we do like 4 to 6 hours of podcasting a week.
Yeah.
You say it like that, it's actually nuts. Compared to back in the day, I was only doing 1 hour shows. I used to cap it at an hour. If it was any more than an hour, I was like, no. The show's not going longer. But yeah, so now I feel like you're missed a lot more. And plus, you're not around like you was. You know, like during the no, there's not a slight at you, but like even during the COVID days, where like we get a sneaky game of COD in, and I'd speak to you there. You know, now I don't even.
You gotta watch the video podcast, guys. You gotta watch the video podcast.
But yeah, you know what I mean. So you're missed.
Absolutely.
You missed
and yeah, look, I missed big episodes. You know, Xbox Direct. We haven't talked about.
We haven't.
No, we haven't. We haven't.
Been happening.
Well, I mean, we've spoke about it. You just didn't.
Yeah, you were dead at the time. It's fine.
That's a you problem. That's not really a us problem. I'll be honest. It's
it's an interesting one.
It does. Shout out to our Patreon producer this week is the one and only Aaron Guard, as per usual. Thank you for keeping the show on the road. Topic of the show this week, everybody. We have got Palworld in the news again. We haven't heard Matt's thoughts on Palworld, so we'll get onto that real soon. But Palworld is a success. We already knew that. I think last week we spoke about it, and it was sitting at around 8 million players last time we spoke about it. It is now sitting at currently at 19 million total players, and it breaks down a little something like this. That's less than 2 weeks. It has seen 12 million copies be sold on Steam, and it has had 7 million players on Xbox. They have said they are prioritizing fixing bugs. They've got the roadmap out, which we spoke about last week, and a bunch of other stuff. There's also been, I've not got the exact news in front of me, but I believe it's already been conversations between Xbox and Pocket Pair for direct servers on Xbox. So they are moving at the speed of light finally on this because of how big the game is. But boys, this makes Palworld the 3rd biggest Game Pass launch ever in Game Pass history.
Wow.
Hold on, did we misread that?
Did I miss it?
Palworld becomes the biggest third-party game launch ever on Game Pass.
Yes, do you know what? I did misread it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's all good.
Yeah, so, what's that competing against? High on Life?
Lives of P?
Maybe Lives
of P. Get the hell out of it. I know you enjoyed it. Oh, The Artful Escape. Let me guess. That was on there. Oh, no, I don't think that actually was on there. Because that's why I didn't play it.
It was on Game Pass. Yeah, I played it on Game Pass.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You got no
excuse,
then. You got no excuse.
That was a bad one. I can't think of what would the biggest...
Yeah, High on Life's got to be up there.
High on Life was the first one. I think
around
High on Life
launch was huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe the answer is there isn't, third-party wise, hasn't been making a huge impact, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Palworld. Back to that little Pokemon game. Oops, didn't mean to say it.
Palworld game.
You had a chance to play it, yeah? You checked it out?
I've played quite a lot of Palworld.
Oh, you have?
I think I'm probably somewhere not far north of 20 hours in.
Rookie numbers.
Well, I get it.
How are you finding it? How do you like it?
I think it's brilliant. Like, I think it's genuinely really brilliant. And all right, it's early access, and all right, it's janky as hell. But like, it is.
Is it?
Playing multiplayer specifically is pretty rough, especially on Xbox. I haven't tried it on PC.
Okay. We're playing on Steam, so yeah.
Yeah, we're
playing single player is pretty janky, but in like a non like detrimental way almost. Like even to the point where like sliding downhill just like increases your speed exponentially, and then the Palworld TikTok account which is like, this is cool. This is probably just gonna stay in.
Yeah,
it's like fucking brilliant. Love that, and that's what it feels like at every turn. It's like the rule of cool is like a thing in D&D. It's like, okay, that doesn't exactly follow the rules, but it's cool enough that we're going to let it happen. And Palworld feels like that to the nth degree. Just like everything is just like, yeah, it's weird, but it's cool as fuck, innit? So we're just going to let that happen. And I love it.
Are you playing with the missus at all, or are you just playing on your own?
No, just me and a couple of my mates from back home. Because we were really big into Valheim.
Oh,
and that's the like kind of weird thing, right? Of like, it is almost closer to Valheim than it is Pokemon.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
I agree.
And so it's definitely scratching that itch, and yeah, it's just Valheim but way sillier and more fun.
Yeah, Pikachu gets a gun.
Exactly.
Despawn, how are you feeling about this game being did you expect it? I remember the conversation we had about like, oh, this game will be dead in a week, or at least I know I said that. I was like, oh, this game will definitely be dead in a week. Who gives a crap? I'll play it, I'll enjoy it. I remember my exact words, like, I'll play it, I'll enjoy it, and I'll drop it like a lead balloon. That was my exact words. I think I might have been wrong on this one.
I think you might have been. I'm the same. If it wasn't for, we keep talking about it every week. I'm always playing the same game every week. But if it wasn't for having to play other games, I would be constantly playing Palworld. I was 100% wrong. I was the same with you. I was like very much like, if this doesn't hit all the buttons that it needs to hit, I'll probably just move on. But I'm currently just like, I need to get into this game. Like, I've seen some of the late game stuff because I can't avoid it. I'm on the internet constantly, and I am so excited to make it to that level. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I've fallen off it a little bit.
But is that because of having to play other games?
Because I'm playing other stuff as well, yeah. But it's the thing I'm playing right now is so good. Obviously, it's Infinite Wealth. It's so good. It's ridiculous. We'll talk about it on my Xbox and my Extra. I'm interested to see where the game goes. because obviously right now everyone's obviously grinding for max level, right?
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what their raids look like. I'm interested to see what the world will look like, what else they're going to add to the world, what other powers they're going to add, and things like that. Eventually, you know, this is just the beginning for that game. I really hope it doesn't lose steam.
That's the concern, right? Like the injection of money and the, oh shit, we have to fix everything before we start putting new stuff in. Scaling a team with that amount of money is incredibly difficult. Like the money helps, obviously, but like scaling any team is super duper hard. And so, yeah, there's probably a lot of difficulty that comes with that. And it could be a flash in the pan. We could be sat here in a year's time with no significant content updates, and that almost wouldn't surprise me. But that would be such a shame if that is the case, I think.
What's 30 times 12 million?
330 odd million.
Damn. Can you imagine releasing a game and then like, because obviously like you make the game,
you get 70% of that,
whatever, you put it out, right? Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah,
but like,
still,
you put the game out and you go, oh yeah, this might be successful, and then it goes boom, 1 million, boom, 2 million, boom, 3 million, and you go, we're rich. Can you imagine like the moment that, because this isn't like a gigantic team.
No,
right?
No,
like this
so.
isn't like from what I understand, it's not anyway. Like, can you imagine being in that room watching that player count go up and just going, "We're rich. It's done. We did it. We
need to buy more servers."
Yeah, looking at the bank balance, not going, let's go to Vegas. Go buy servers.
Buy servers
fix
now.
Things.
That's what a good business person does. Me on the other hand, I'd be in
Vegas already. Yeah,
I'd be in Vegas already, mate.
It's all on red.
I would have bought a house. I would have literally. Oh yeah, you ever want to know what I would do with all the money if it game over? You wouldn't see me ever again. I always said that. Like if I had a success, I always said that in sport. Like I always thought I'd make it in sport back in the day when I was a kid, right? And I always knew I never had the elite mindset because I know as soon as I got rich, that would be it. I would be like, psh,
I'm done. I've done what I needed to do.
Why do I care anymore? I grew up poor. Like I don't like, and I could just imagine that with like maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I think that's how I would react, but maybe it wouldn't be. Do you know what I mean?
Because you never reach that ceiling, right? Like the expenditure just keeps going up with the success because you can afford it. And so like, what would you be happy with? Like if you could pay the mortgage off on that house and just stay there and that was it and you had enough to live, would that be enough? Yes. Or would you keep doing stuff?
But like, Jeremy, anyone who's mortgage free to me is like a millionaire in my head. If I didn't have to pay rent,
that's how it works, but sure.
I mean, house prices these days.
If I didn't have to pay rent and I had all that extra money and I only had to worry about bills, bro, life would be crazy.
That'd be good.
Anyway, you can tell that I've moved into a new house, can't you?
All new worries.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, congratulations, obviously, to the team. 19 million players in total. To speak about Xbox for a second here, man, what a get Xbox got. Finally.
Who signed that deal?
Like,
who signed that deal?
Yeah,
it's at their desk, like.
Do you think the Palworld team is a little bit upset that they did it as well? Do you think there's a part of them that's like goes, oh man, we could have had more money.
We could have had more money, or B, we could have had PlayStation as well. I disagree with you on that part. On the PlayStation part, I don't think PlayStation went to PlayStation and PlayStation said no. There's no way. No, but that's what I mean. Like beforehand, like I'm guessing Xbox and like obviously Xbox will have seen the trailers. They'll have probably seen behind the scenes stuff as well of early access views of the game. So they will have seen what's coming and they'll know like, oh, this is possibly going to be a hit. But for the studio themselves, like I don't know, like you got to think, especially now with the news that obviously Xbox is going to be directly helping them rather than it just sitting on Game Pass.
Yeah,
that's going to be a good get for them. Like having Xbox be directly involving helping you get your game to run better on Xbox is only a good thing, surely.
Oh no, absolutely. I think Xbox are not stupid in terms of like they assume this is going to be a big hit for many years to come.
Yeah.
I'll go compared to Fortnite, but you know what I mean, like one of those ongoing games, and that's kind of how I see it as well. I think we'll see the articles that Palworld's lost 90% of its player base in 2 months' time. Again, hot take, could be wrong. But as soon as that new update comes out and there's new content, it will shoot back up again.
Yeah.
I do generally think that's going to be the case.
So there's a new area, new PAL decks. There'll be new players.
Yeah,
They'll all be back. But yeah,
you don't think so, Matt?
I don't know. I don't think it'll catch like it has again, right? You'll never get those concurrents again on there. But, like, I'm curious, how many people jump back into Valheim when they keep doing content updates? Valheim isn't done. Valheim keeps putting out big content updates and was an incredibly popular game. I don't disagree, but like I think you can get to a point where Palworld has the opportunity to be far more creative than a Valheim does.
Yes.
But will they?
I mean, they're rich enough to be able to, yeah.
They're rich enough to be able to, sure. They clearly don't, and I don't even think they would mind me saying this, they clearly don't have the creativity, though.
No, I agree with you on that.
Like, they've basically come out and said, unless we're ripping something off, we're not, we're not trying to be the next innovative thing.
You don't have to be, right? Like, look at Fortnite. Fortnite wasn't the next innovative thing. They stole what was popular in the gaming ecosystem with PUBG and H1Z1, and now look at it. Now I think now is the time for Pocket to bring in the right people. Like, you've got all this money. It's now to bring in the right creative people that go, okay, I know what I would do with this, and then have those conversations more than just throw money at content. It's more bringing in the right people to get the game into the place that you want it to be, right?
Yeah.
Sure. I cannot wait for the headlines that say Pocket Pair hire ex-Nintendo Pokemon designer, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna happen, right? Like, somebody's probably knocking on their door, going like, "Oh yeah, I worked on Pokemon Gold and Silver and designed all these weird little dudes. I can draw stuff for you, and I won't charge you a ridiculous amount, and you won't have to use AI, and people will freak out about that, which they won't anyway, yada yada." But I do wonder, like, with now, right? So, like, the argument is this game was announced 3 years ago. Nintendo should have done something about it if they wanted to do something about it back then, right? Whether they could or not, who knows? Okay. If you announce new content for this thing now, whoa, I just knocked off my water bottle. Apologies. If you announce new content for this thing now, with like a new Pokemon that looks like a fucking Charizard, does Nintendo now come after you? Now that you've made all the money and now that you've got something to take?
No. Now they can fight their own. You got to remember, now they can actually fight back.
Now they can afford a lot.
You're not fighting Nintendo, are you?
Why?
Because Nintendo, we know the war chest Nintendo's got. They can survive a Wii U.
He's got a point.
You bastard! I fucking bought one of those.
I didn't. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
I bought one for a very specific reason, but I won't say on the podcast. But yeah,
that's
nah, it's just not worth conversation. But I'll tell you later. I disagree with you because I just think it's a case of it's way easier to hit someone up with scaremonger someone who is poor than there is to someone who is rich. Someone who is rich and can get good advisement in terms of like, hey, we'll be your legal team. We know the law and we know that you haven't, as long as you haven't done anything that you claim you haven't done, you're absolutely fine. I think they're absolutely fine. Yeah, I agree with you in terms of the lack of creativity.
Yeah.
On the surface, if you look at what this game is, there is nothing new here. I do think there are certain things that they've done better than every other game that they've taken from.
Sure.
But yeah, it's even Pokemon, for instance. I just think the Pokeball system is... I think their Pokeball system is way better than Pokemon's in every way, shape, or form.
Running around that world and just being able to throw out a pal and then have a fight, I'm like, we've had 30 years of Pokemon and not been able to do this.
Yeah.
Or being able to, like you say, hitting a Pokemon with a Pokeball or aiming at a Pokemon and be like, all right, I've got a 12% chance of catching this.
No, that's the part that I'm on about, is the percentage and the UI, and it fits the world, and yeah, I will never not sing this game's praises from the first moment that I threw one out,
Yeah.
and it was like 50% chance, and then it goes up, and it's like, wait, what? That like,
How is that
it
not
makes too much sense. Like, it makes way too much sense.
I think,
so,
as you said
yeah.
there, it's like they have not created anything new, but they've innovated in such a great way on everything that they've taken inspiration from.
I said this on the live stream, on the My Xbox and Me live stream, I believe, which is I feel like every game that I've enjoyed this year has done just that. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. I don't think it does anything new for the genre, but it has made very smart changes to the genre in terms of the memory shards and things like that. Palworld, the things we just spoke about. Yakuza Infinite Wealth, being able to move around in a turn-based game, and we'll get into that obviously a bit later. Every game that I've enjoyed this year hasn't changed. I don't think it's drastically changed gaming forever, but they've learned from with Prince of Persia and Infinite Wealth. They've learned from previous games, and then Palworld just decided that, hey, we're just gonna build something cool. We're just gonna build something cool, you know? So.
Yeah.
You see, I don't know if this is in the docs, so apologies for this, but that Prince of Persia came out and said that it only sold 300,000 units.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Is that true?
Yeah, apparently.
I saw that somewhere. Maybe we should do a quick Google to back it up and make sure it's correct.
I think I did
but yeah,
notice that somewhere, yeah.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown only sold 300,000 units since launch, which I'm sure classifies that game as a failure. Is a full price game, $60 game? Question mark.
No, I think
Asking
it was
the crowd.
40.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you're right. I see it here on Game Reactor. A report that Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown has sold around 300,000 units. It seems to have launched Ubisoft seems to have launched a new game that has failed to meet expectations. Yeah. Oh, damn. That sucks.
That really
That
sucks.
really sucks.
Because that is an
Why
amazing
do you
game.
think that is?
Well, it feels weird sitting here and being part of the team that's,
Gave it a 10 out of 10.
not even that. It's part of my job to sit there and sell this game when I stream
Well,
it,
sure.
you know?
Right.
Like,
Well, I
let me
mean,
not answer.
yeah,
Fair
I'll
enough.
let you back off. I think, well, the discussion before the game came out, I think kind of led to it a little bit. Like, a lot of people were like, a 2D game from
Sure.
Ubisoft. And I think, obviously, it not being the main protagonist from a Prince of Persia game, I think there's a lot of, like, small different things that might have put certain aspects of people off. But yeah, and it's just a shame because obviously getting hands on it is like, it is one of the best games.
Okay,
For
let
a
me say
while.
this though.
Go.
Again, I'm coming from a different perspective on this because I am on the inside a little bit with this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I do the live streams for Ubisoft, yada yada. The amount of people that came into the chat while I was streaming that game on the official channel and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm playing it via Ubisoft Plus," was a lot. So though it sold, I would say poorly, unfortunately. Do you think maybe Ubisoft have learned that we can feed, because early access was on there for like 4 days,
Yeah.
3 or 4 days if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was
Do you think
3,
maybe Ubisoft are looking at these type of games, something like this, something like Riders Republic, and then saying, okay, we can. It may not sell a bunch of units, but it feeds our content as subscription content now.
Maybe, like, I'd be interested to see. Obviously, we know the numbers for the game. Oh, we know the rumored numbers for the game.
Rumored.
Yeah. So I'd be interested to see what the Ubisoft Plus numbers were around this same time as well. Like, how many people did subscribe to play this?
Yeah, you just never find out those numbers, right? It's the
No,
same
they
as
never,
Game Pass, right? Like, all right, we know it's the biggest third-party launch in Game Pass, Palworld, but we
Yeah.
don't know the numbers. We don't know what's in second place or third place or fourth place. Like, and so yeah, you just never get that peek behind the curtain. Like, I wish we could, because I would love to see those numbers. But yeah, it is a huge shame. And look, I'm a Prince of Persia fan. I haven't played it yet. I haven't bought it because Palworld just like sucked the oxygen out of the industry when that came along. And even now, like Suicide Squad and other things, that's where the conversation is. And look, it's different when you're in the industry and you've got to keep up with the conversation. And if something passes you by, Unfortunately, a lot of the times it's passed you by and it's gone. Old game is old, as we say. But I do desperately want to get back to Prince of Persia, definitely before the end of the year.
Does it not prove that the thing that we talk about with Xbox quite a lot, right? We talk about Xbox versus PlayStation as a whole, right? That's the conversation that happens often. Does it not prove that review scores don't actually mean shit as a whole, unfortunately? Because if a game like this that reviewed 9s and 10s, almost across the board, I think it sits at an 88 on Metacritic, or somewhere between 86 and 88, if I'm not mistaken. If a game like that doesn't sell well with great reviews, what hope does certain other games? You know, it's a weird one. I love this game. I think this game. I love this game. I think the game is fantastic. I do wonder if this was launched as a new IP, would it have sold better?
Yeah, you think maybe if they didn't use the...
I am not a Prince of Persia guy, so I'll say it like this. I probably, if I wasn't working with UB, or one of you guys on the podcast didn't come on and go, you have to play this, I wouldn't have played it off of Prince of Persia alone. Where brand new IP 2D Metroidvania-like may have piqued my interest more. Maybe not, but maybe.
You think the IP was a bit of a weight around its neck that didn't give it a chance to like let people have like a kind of more like open impression of it rather than like going in and going, what have they done to Prince of Persia?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not the Prince of Persia guy, so it's hard for me to say, right?
Yeah, I mean, neither am I. Like, to be honest, like the only reason I was like so excited for this game is because I got hands on with the demo. Like when we saw it originally, we talked about this before. When we saw it originally, I thought it looked interesting, but weird take on a Prince of Persia game. And then
it's not really a weird take though. The original Prince of Persia was
the original one was, but it's like, but it's been a 3D one for so long now. I think that
but I wouldn't say a weird take though. Like it's not. Yeah. It's not like it's Prince of Persia, a card game. That would be a weird take.
Yeah, that'd be a weird take. Yeah,
it's gone back to its roots.
It's not like the 3D pedigree has been stellar.
No,
right? And like, oh my god, like if God of War went back to its old, style of gameplay, people would be like, why? Like it's so much infinitely better now. I think the majority of people would say that. A lot of people probably wouldn't. But anyway, bad example maybe. But yeah, like I think because it's Prince of Persia, good or bad, when that game got announced, it got more publicity. And a lot of it was negative, but all publicity is good publicity. People were talking about that game.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I feel like they were wrong. And a lot of people were like, what do you mean this isn't your Prince of Persia or whatever? Shut the fuck up. This is the direction we're going in. Yeah. It felt like a very immature negative conversation that was going on around it when it first got announced. But it did get conversation going around it. I think if this had been just like another Hollow Knight clone and people are still waiting on Silksong or whatever, then people aren't as interested. Like Pocket Pair are making a Hollow Knight game, right? Like it's not Hollow Knight, but Pocket Pair, their other game that they have in development currently is a Hollow Knight ripoff. Okay. Again, I don't think they would mind me calling it a Hollow Knight ripoff. I think they know what they're doing. And like it's but nobody's really talking about that, right? And they may well now shift focus and go, shit, everybody who's working on that, come over and help us with Palworld.
That game's been put on hold.
Yeah, but maybe not. Maybe they've gone, fuck it works for Palworld. Get this thing fucking out the door as close to Hollow Knight as you possibly can, and we'll make it $10 cheaper, and it'll be a thing.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, but nobody's talking about that. Is my point. It's not Prince Persia.
I get what you're saying.
Prince Persia.
Fair enough. Nice little tangent there.
You felt right.
Let's jump. Yeah, it was. Let's jump into this week's dashboard. We've got a couple of pieces of news to go through here. This is a painful one to speak about for me because, as a whole, I want to celebrate this because I love seeing the games industry do well. I love seeing Xbox do well. I love seeing, the thing that I sit here and talk about once a week with a bunch of knuckleheads. I love seeing it doing well. I have no stock in Xbox. I thought about it a few times, but thought maybe you shouldn't do that. Xbox gaming revenue jumps 49% thanks to the Activision Blizzard acquisition. Obviously, this has been reported after the 1,900 jobs that were lost just a week ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Microsoft obviously have come out. There's been a lot that's gone on at Xbox. Obviously, they announced the new head. I'm forgetting the exact role, but the new head of Blizzard, if I'm not mistaken. Crash, I know Crash tweeted about it. I don't know. Crash tweeted something about it, and I didn't understand his take. I'm gonna call Crash out. He won't listen to this. Crash's take in Twitter is awful. Anyone seen Crash's tweets? They're just like, sees article, yeah, that sucks. And then that's it. No context at all. I'm like, Crash, help me out here, bud. Jesus.
Yeah. So I've got some. I think I understand where his take comes from. So, but yeah, if you want to carry on with the story, we can talk about
please,
that.
please. No.
So basically, I think the issue is that the news for a while before obviously Activision and Blizzard joined Xbox was that there was a big fight from Blizzard to try and like push back the influence that Activision had on the company when they merged, so that Blizzard could obviously keep their DNA, as it were, which we found out wasn't such a great DNA. But yeah, obviously I think her name is Francine.
Joanna Francine is the new president of Blizzard,
who was previously a director in Activision. So I think the worrying thing is that now that she's come on board from previously working in Activision, she's going to now have an Activision effect, as it were, on Blizzard.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, but I think that's the take that people have kind of been having at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, I'll go on record and saying I think that's a bit of a stretch, if I'm being honest. But you know.
Oh no, yeah, I agree. But yeah,
you do you.
What the internet says and what reality is two different things.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
Even us. We're just on the internet. So this comes from IGN. It says Microsoft has shared its second quarter results of 2024, and as expected, it's largely positive news for Xbox. In its first report earnings since the deal closed back in October, the giant revealed that gaming revenue was increased by 49%, thanks to part of the $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. In the earnings call, Microsoft revealed that its gaming endeavors were up under its personal computer highlights. Gaming grew 49% with a 44 points of net impact coming from the acquisition from Activision Blizzard. Elsewhere, Xbox content and services, which include Game Pass, grew by 61%, with 55 of those points of net impact coming from Activision Blizzard acquisitions. Hardware's also grown 3% following the discounts and promotions through holiday. So, yeah, Xbox in a healthy place, which, to be honest, you would expect, considering they bought one of the biggest publishers on God's given earth.
So Matt's got his I've got a take face on. I can see it.
Doing the maths, boys. Doing the maths. And I'm probably going 2 + 2 = 10. Is it not weird to you that Xbox hardware revenue went up by only 3%, whereas Xbox content and services revenue went up by 61%? Does that mean people are buying Game Pass on either PC or just to play in the cloud? Question mark?
No.
Big leaps.
Big leaps. Very
Huge
big leaps.
Grand
very
Canyon
big
leaps. Yeah.
No.
It's happening, boys. It's
Sorry
happening.
to tell you.
It's happening.
Hopefully, not yet. I'm still waiting. I've got my TV. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to plug that goddamn thing in so I can actually use the Samsung app on there.
So wait, so you've got your TV. Have you got your bed? You've not got your bed frame yet, have you?
I've got the mattress. I don't have the bed. I'm sleeping on the floor at this moment in time.
Okay.
That doesn't bother me in the slightest, by the way. I could 100% just sleep on the floor from now on. It wouldn't bother me with just the mattress.
No, that's fine. That's not my issue. It's like I'm looking forward to you getting your little end bed TV thing.
If you don't think I'm gonna make a TikTok about it, you're crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If you don't think I'm gonna make Haley film me rolling around in a bed with subwoofers built into it, then then I can write it off as tax, right? It's a TikTok. That's for work, right?
Yeah,
that's how it works. That's how it works.
100%.
Next up is a more unfortunate news. Unfortunately, Embracer Group reportedly cancelled unannounced Deus Ex game with layoffs coming to Eidos Montreal. First of all, I'm not going to go into all the details because we've kind of covered layoffs as of lately. But a shame to hear that Deus Ex, a game that I know a lot of people love that series. I'm not one of them, but I know a lot of people are. It's a shame that that game's been cancelled, and obviously 90. I think the exact number is 97 people have been laid off at Eidos Montreal. Shout out to Bloomberg who reported on that one first.
Yeah, man, that's a shame. Like, I love a good cyberpunk story, not like Cyberpunk 27, just like the genre of cyberpunk. And Deus Ex was always a really good one in that. So it's a shame that we're not going to get a third one in this series. And it's just a shame that people losing their jobs. But we say that every week.
Of course, yeah. Honestly, if we keep I think the total's like 10,000 now.
It's getting close.
10,000 jobs in our industry that's been just gone, which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, we're giving 2023 a run for its money.
Yeah, definitely. Last but not least, we got some news on Xbox controllers. You're an Xbox controller fan, you're going to care about this. They're introducing the Vapor Xbox controller collection, which I'm going to be honest, I quite like some of these. Looks like you've got about 6 new controllers coming. How would you explain what these look like? If you had to explain it to a podcast of hundreds of people listening, how would you explain that?
Oh, God. I don't know. It's kind of like a less hippie tie-dye.
Oh, okay.
It's like pastel tie-dye. Yeah.
Yeah. Pastel tie-dye.
It reminds me of, imagine a lime, on the first controller, a lime green cloud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Almost like somebody's wearing camo for fashion, not function.
It reminds me of a shisha smoke.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
You see, and they're the different flavors of shisha.
Yeah.
Is that why they've done vapor? Because they're like vapes?
Oh!
There you go.
That makes so much sense.
It's smoke. It's vapor. It's smoke.
It's of course.
Of course.
Does that mean we can't get these in the UK because they're banning vapes now?
No.
Only disposable vapes. So only if you planned on using this controller once and then throwing it through a window, then you can't buy one.
Oh.
God damn it. That's exactly what I was going to do. God damn it. My favorite one of the 3 of these is the lime one, though, if I had to pick. So there's a lime one, there's a purple one.
Purple, yeah.
An orange one. You've got a black and red, reddy color one. The best I can describe that is white in a way, and then like a blue. I do like the controllers. I do think we're getting a little bit out of control, but clearly they are making so much money on these that they just keep doing it. But as someone who has moved house now and gone through all my collection, I'm like, absolutely not.
No.
Under no circumstances am I allowed to buy another controller. Never.
To be honest, I showed Mrs. Despawn these new controllers, thinking she might like one, and she told me off. She's like, "No, you're not getting one." I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
The other thing, I've only got 4 controllers. Come on, I could do with another one.
The other thing to go along with this was they've got a Vapor hoodies as well. There's more gear on the Xbox Gear shop. I did buy a couple of Xbox Gear things once upon a time.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
The hoodies kind of suck.
Yeah, they're not great. I'll be honest. Like, this might like blow up in our face at one point in the future, but like Xbox, your merch isn't that good.
I disagree.
Most of it is passable.
They've had good stuff.
They have, but
the Pride shirt they had and the Pride hoodie they had was really nice.
Yeah, but like 9 times out of 10, it's just like, okay, you've basically taken a basic ASCII art.
I'll say it. Xbox, go to Insert Coin and let them start doing their stuff. All right, simple as. We don't want your official stuff anymore. Got it? Get it? Good.
All I'm saying is, Big Phil Spencer, if you want us to change our minds, then you've just got to send a box.
Just send us some.
Yeah, just send
us some. It's that easy, guys. It's that easy. Like, there's nothing else to worry about.
And also, I'm aware that I'm sat here going, oh, their merch is not that great in my Halo hat.
Yeah. So not bad. Not bad.
Like 1 time out of 10 they nail it. All right, let's just
1 time out of 10. 1 time out of 10.
Here it is.
It's time for Guess That Game, boys. Let's see if Matt checked the show notes because it's his turn to host.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll host. It's fine. If you didn't know, this
points.
is Guess That Game, our weekly game show within the podcast, where I or one of the team thinks of a game. The team get to ask yes or no questions, and I get to judge them profusely because they're dum-dums and they won't get any points. To go through the points this week, we have Kresh on 2 points, Matt on 0 points, Despawn on 0 points, and me on 1 point. Yes, Matt, you're right. You've done 1 episode this year, I believe.
Right, well, this is it, Despawn. We're a team, okay?
No,
We're
you're
both
not.
in
No.
there on 0 points.
No,
Let's go. Come on, Despawn.
Let's go
Me and
us.
you, lock in.
Okay.
Lock in.
So
That's not how this works.
So here's the
Like,
question, because I was last year's winner. Do I go for the back-to-back, or do I
Yes.
sabotage Matt so he doesn't
What,
get
by
points?
just asking terrible questions?
Yeah,
Is that
I
a
mean,
tactic?
I'm going to do that anyway. I mean, not intentionally,
Wow.
just, well, my question would be terrible.
Okay.
I gotta think of a game, boys. That's the hard part here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of.
I've got one. If you
No,
want me to
no,
host it, I'm
I-
supposed to host it.
No. I've done the regular world now. You're
Well, you're not going to be here for another 3 weeks, are you? So,
I was gonna
you know.
say, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
need the
gonna-
points, boys. I need the
Okay,
points.
cool. I'm good to go. I'm gonna.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. The series did show up on Xbox, so
Oh, okay. So it's a series.
they're all series. So what you stop it?
I mean, who's going first?
The timer is out. Matt, you are starting. Your time starts now.
Did it launch on 360?
Yes.
I'm assuming, was it exclusive?
No.
Okay.
Oh no. Is the developer now owned by Xbox?
No. No.
No. Is it a single-player game?
No. Can
Third
be,
person.
No.
Is it a male protagonist?
No.
Okay.
Do you shoot guns in the game?
Yes.
Okay. Is it IDOS?
No.
Okay.
No. First person shooter then.
No. Guys, come on.
Oh no! Is it
we out of time?
Oh, you're good. Keep going.
Crystal Dynamics?
No. Get genre.
Is it a puzzle game?
No.
Is it an action adventure game?
No.
Is it? Are you in a vehicle in the game
No.
primarily?
Guys,
Man.
you suck at this.
We
No
do,
wonder
we
why
really
you're
do.
on 0 points.
Yeah, I know. Is it oh god. Is it solely multiplayer?
No.
Were you after a high score?
No. I'm gonna give you a bit more time.
Okay. Was it a specifically female protagonist?
No.
Okay. So it's not
This-
male or female. It's 360. Time is up.
Yeah,
Time's
we've gone
up.
way gone. We've
Time's
gone.
up.
We've long
Time's
gone.
up. Look, this was a challenging one, but you didn't even get close.
Yeah, I know.
Here's the thing, though. Nobody in the comments has got even close. You know what I mean?
That's because of you guys. You're not asking the right questions.
This is a terrible game.
us-
But I'm not winning, and I don't like it.
Give us a question that we should have asked. Don't tell us the answer, but give us a question that we should have asked.
You should have now done. You should have now done genre.
We tried.
You
You
did.
told-
What did you ask? What did you
You
ask?
told us that
genre-wise?
you shoot guns, but it isn't a third-person shooter and it isn't a
Okay.
first-person shooter.
So what about all the other genres in the world?
Where you shoot guns?
Yes. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it's a strategy game.
Huh.
That's all I'm giving you. Guesses, please.
Okay. Well, then I have a guess.
Go on then, go first.
Hold on.
You don't need to. You
I
don't
think
need
this
to.
might have been in the game before.
I don't think it was.
No,
I was going to say Gears Tactics then.
no.
No. But I
It's
don't think that was
Worms.
360. Worms. Okay.
Worms.
Worms. Not a female or a male protagonist.
I mean, they did launch a first-person shooter Worms game. I'm just saying.
That wasn't the one that came to 360.
Well, I think it was, but okay.
You asked 360, all right? No.
Okay.
Maybe I screwed you a little bit. You want another one?
No,
No,
I'm
it wouldn't
good.
have helped. I would never
Thank
have got
God.
Worms. You could have given
Thank
me.
God.
You could have given me infinite questions and infinite time. I would never
Was
have
that
said
too
Worms.
hard, or
I know. I think it's a fair pick. I think it's a
I
fair
don't think
pick.
I didn't think it was that bad. I'll be honest. But
No,
the
it wasn't.
scores once
Are
again.
unchanged.
2 to Crash, 0 to Matt, 0 to Despawn, and 1 to me.
It's not. out of the realm of possibility that I end the year on 0.
No, you
No.
won't.
Attendance plus being bad at the game.
I'll be honest with you.
Could be
If
a
it
struggle.
gets bad, I think we'll end up changing the game or make something
Yeah.
else up. I can see that happening. Because you guys suck.
It's true.
Fair enough.
I thought me and Crash were bad, but you guys are bad. There's something to fix the site. We've got a little bit of time. Remember, you can email in myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com or hit us up in the Discord or hit us up on Twitter. It's myxboxandme. You can hit us up there. #MXAM. First question comes from Anubis, who says, what would you need from a Halo Season 2... what would you need from the Halo show Season 2 to make it worthwhile? Nothing. There's nothing the Halo show can ever do to get me to watch it. Ever. Nothing.
Yeah.
Start again. That's what they need to do in Season 2. Like,
start again.
all over again.
Yeah. Start again. Leave the helmet on, which we know is not going to happen.
Yeah.
And they've ruined that in Season 1. Less sex. Why is Master Chief getting his freak on?
Sex sells.
Does it? Because it kind of put me off the entire season.
Just because you don't have sex, that doesn't mean
That's
you've got to
true.
be embarrassed by it, okay?
But it's all icky and gross. And the touching. Ew.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Yeah, there's nothing that show could do for me to ever watch it or care about it. I'm really, really sorry. But
Yeah, I think I'd probably just need to start by watching Season 1, and then I'd have a better answer.
So I watched
Griff
Season
Ball
1.
in there.
Griffball, yes, there you go.
A Griffball tournament in it.
Yeah. Put King of the Hill.
what is this? Final Fantasy X with fucking...
Why not?
What's the
Blitzball.
What's the Blitzball? Thank
Yeah.
you. No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. But yeah.
And yeah. Next one we got is from Wheelie Average, who says, with us having 3 fantastic games released in January, I've been thinking, can anything be done to avoid games that release early in the year being forgotten by the time award shows come around? Games like Prince of Persia and Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth will probably fall into the same bracket this year. We forgot Palworld off of that, but I'm going to allow it.
Well, Palworld's early access, so will it be out fully
No.
and will it be eligible?
No,
Who knows?
but not well, it will be for us, but not for
Sure.
Jeff, not for the Keeleys.
Please.
No, there's nothing you can do. That's just how bumps work. I hate to say it, like I think about it this way, right? It's a shame because it's a shame now thinking about the rumors of Prince of Persia. Like that game would have sold even worse if it come out any other month other than this month. It was the first big game this year. So yeah. I think it's down to us as, gamers to keep the games in the zeitgeist and don't let people forget. I remember when Dying Light came out early on in the year, we didn't forget when that first game came out, we didn't let people forget about that when it come around to award season. And I think it's the same for games like this. Like, it's to remember how good Prince of Persia was and to remember how good Like a Dragon is and, anything else that comes out beyond it. Like, these next 3 months are the forgettable months when it comes to award seasons, usually.
I also think, I don't know. Everybody was talking about Hi-Fi Rush at the end of last year. It didn't win any big Game of the Year awards, but it was definitely in discussion. Like, it wasn't forgotten about. And that was a shadow drop in January. And maybe the shadow drop helped that conversation stay alive. I don't know. But, I think if Hi-Fi Rush can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah. If you want to be, tactical about it, I guess mid-year DLC drops just to kind of reinvigorate and remind people would be a good idea. But again, that involves the planning to have that DLC and how long do you hold on to DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like a Dragon as well is in a weird spot with its DLC and things like that. And I don't know.
I also think, well, I don't know. Who knows what goes on behind closed doors? But I was going to say, I also don't think factoring in award season is ever something developers and publishers really think about or consider. Financial years, sure. How ready the game is, of course. Holiday season in general, but that's about sales, not about awards.
Yeah.
I don't really ultimately feel like it matters all that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one gets into this for. I think it's like most entertainment mediums, right? Like, I make music, right? And one day, if I was to win a Raw award, that would be awesome. But I'd much rather have money.
Sure.
Like, and I think that goes for most publishers out there, right? Like, they're not going, we're going to put Prince of Persia. We know this game's a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to put it out at January because it will get forgotten about the award season. We'll put it out in September and it will sell 150,000, but at Jeff Keighley's Game Awards, we might be in chat. That's like, no one. That's not how business works.
Returns. It's all about the returns and investment.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
No, exactly.
Does putting Game of the Year on the box art and like in the new year look great? Yeah, sure.
Game of the Year edition.
But is it gonna? I mean, everyone does a Game of the Year edition.
Who's still looking at box art?
I know, but you know what I'm saying, like
I get what you're saying, but like
the gold, the Ultimate Edition, which is now a Game of the Year edition on the Xbox Marketplace. Yeah. So I mean, that looks nice, but that's just to kind of like cannibalize on like extra sales. Like that initial run is they're never taking into consideration the award season.
No, I agree. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, guys. Let's plug, and get ourselves out of here. Matt, what you got to plug this week, bud?
Go to Kreshnik Plays on Twitter.
Oh God.
And go, where the hell you at, big boy?
Those exact words.
Is, where the hell you at, big boy?
That's it. There's your challenge this week, ladies and gents.
Okay. Interesting. D-Spawn, what you got to plug this week?
I'm going to plug Matt. Yeah. And as everyone knows, I work for Matt. Kind of. I'm going to say go to the FGS YouTube channel. Go check out some of the videos I've been editing over there. I'm excited for this new one that's out soon.
Someone from your team followed me today on Twitter.
Oh, yeah?
Sack them. Fire them.
Well, I know exactly why that is. I can tell you if you want. Let's make it a My Xbox and Me extra thing.
Okay. Oh, I like it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, until next time, we'll love you, leave you. See you later. Follow me over at MC Fixer. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.